the reason you became homeless, I guess your grandma at some point, had to even kick you out of the house, which again to me is
Yeah.
so cold and just so awful. And then suddenly, not only do you want to become a comedian, which seems impossible in a way, to become a successful comedian, but you're living out of your car. What does that mean to live out of your car?
Well, it went on 3 different times, 3 months each time, which I take it as, God making sure, like, "Oh, you didn't learn your lesson the first time? You didn't learn your lesson the second, well, Imma hit you again with it." And I think the lesson in that was to not be afraid to ask for help. I had so much pride, right? And I felt like I knew how to do so much that I could figure this out. I could figure this out, and I would eventually figure it out, but it was not easy. I mean, living in a car, freak, and it's a Geo Metro. It's not like it's a damn Tesla or like a big
Right.
sedan or something like a Oldsmobile or something. It's like a
And
Geo Metro.
all of your worldly possessions, whatever you had, clothing, whatever, it's all in that car. It's packed in the trunk, and the back seat
Yeah,
is your
it's packed in
bedroom?
the car. Yeah, yeah, the back seat. And what I had got a storage. I did get a storage because U-Haul storage had a thing for $1. They had that special going for $1. So I was
Right.
able to do that. And then I got, made sure I always had a job of some kind. Like I always figured out a way to make some kind of money. It might not have been a whole lot of money, but it was enough to pay for storage. And you can't stay in the storage facility. But I would watch my I'm very good at making friends. So hey girl, we going out. Let me come over. I'm gonna like get ready at your place. Take a shower at the friend's house. I also the second time I was homeless, I worked at a youth center. So and there was a shower there. So I could take a shower there. Or I would go to the gym and take a shower, or I would go, I stayed in a homeless shelter a few times, take shower there.
Is the homeless shelter
But
the
I was,
scariest thing in the world? Is the homeless shelter, like,
yeah,
just
man, it's kind of stinky and scary, and it was like, okay, is something gonna happen to me here? And I feel like every time I ever stayed in a homeless shelter, that was like me going, okay, you're gonna have to figure it out. You gotta figure it out, like. I don't know. It felt like I didn't do drugs. I wasn't a alcoholic or anything.
isn't
And
that
I feel like
amazing?
I'm at this is rock bottom.
Yeah.
This is the fucking rock bottom. Like,
Yeah. It doesn't
I'm
get
not
worse.
even yeah, and I'm not even like addicted to anything.
Would you ever get desperate enough to say, I guess the easy way out was I'll hook up with some dude who's got a little bit of something going on and he'll pay for me or something? You never resorted to that.
Now, I thought about it a lot, and then I would just be like, would I be able to look at myself in the mirror? Like,
Right.
like if I'm sleeping with somebody, I'm sleeping with them because I want to fuck them. I want to sleep with them, not because of something they can give me. Like, is I might give out some sympathy pussy here and there. Like, oh, he needs something. Like, I'ma just whatever.
How kind of
But
you.
like,
Yes.
but it's because I want to, not because I feel like, oh, they have something to give me.
It's a remarkable thing that you didn't lose your mind, that you didn't succumb. I was even thinking in your neighborhood,
Who said
because
I
you're
didn't lose my mind? I might be crazy as fuck right now. I don't know. I
no,
don't.
you're
What's
not
a sane
crazy.
mind?
I don't think
What's
you're
a
crazy.
sane mind?
You made a lot of right choices. Like, you could have really gone down a different path. Like, I was thinking in South Central, there's a lot of gangs and a lot of gang violence and stuff. And maybe when you were searching for a family, because you didn't have a family, you might have said, you know what, the gang is a reasonable place for me to go to and create a sense of family.
They didn't want me.
The gangs didn't want you? Did
No,
you
they told me to take
audition?
my goofy ass to school. They
Did they?
told me to get my goofy ass out of here. Go to school. You too damn silly. You think everything's a fucking joke. Get the fuck out of here.
Uh,
Like,
uh,
yeah,
wow. I'm almost seeing that as
they
maybe,
saved my life.
yeah, I'm almost seeing that as something loving. Like, hey, you know what? You might have something on the ball. You're a sweet girl. You don't belong in this life.
That's not what they said. That's not how they said it, Howard. Maybe that's what
No,
they meant, though.
maybe.
That's not how they said it.
They were like, get the
Get your
fuck
goofy
out.
ass up out of here, bitch. Take your ass to school, dumbass.
But I mean,
Mhm.
that too is painful. I mean, it's like,
Like,
I
they
mean, there's
didn't
so
want
much.
me. I'm like, the gang don't want me.
A fucking gang doesn't want you.
No, because that's not where I belonged.
You know who you made me love? Kevin Hart. What a
How
generous
did I make
guy
you love
that.
him?
I'll tell you how. You told that
Okay.
story about how Kevin Hart, when you were homeless, he gave you a bunch of money to go get a hotel. That made me love him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
$300.
I mean, people don't do
That
that
was a
for other
lot back
people.
then.
No
That
motive
was
to
really great.
no motive to get in your pants, nothing like that. You're a fellow comic.
Mm-mm.
He saw you struggling, and he said, "Here, why don't you go get yourself a hotel room?" That made me love him, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
that
you
made
have
me love
great
him
love.
too.
Yeah,
I do have great love for him. That's my big brother, even though he's smaller than me.
right.